Hello and welcome back. Today we are playing as Wait, that's not Iberia. That's Spain. Let's fix this. So anytime you start a run, a good thing to do is you can just look at nation formation and see what nations you can form. In the case of Spain, we can form Iberia. I didn't check at the start of the run, but we'll form Iberia, because we can do this now. You need to control a majority of the states in the region. In this case, we need to control 22 out of 24. We control 23 out of 24 with just the Eastern Andalusia split. And when we do this, we will integrate, I think... So, it was interesting, when we did form Polish-Lithuania, we didn't integrate all of our subjects' territory. When we form Iberia here, we integrate all of Portugal's territory, which is interesting. And now we've formed Iberia. So... very, very happy, except not about this. Not about our true nemesis owning a piece of Gibraltar. Generally speaking, or the last, I don't know, 8 episodes, we've just been embroiled with like a total war with the UK. I think we've spent more time in this run in terms of gameplay hours at war with the UK than not at war with the UK. Been kind of struggling and figuring out the new war mechanics, and last episode we very importantly managed to enforce on them for the first time for their section of Heroland, which will give us basically all of the Congo except for a little bit of coast. And this is really, really nice, and in the long run, this is going to be really important because we will have rubber and they won't. They will not have access to a lot of these types of resources, because if you take a look, where are they going to get rubber from? Where's their rubber? No rubber for them, and so they got to import it from someone. I guess maybe they import it from Brazil, but we're also taking a lot of, you know, the rubber that's over here as well into our market, and so... they might not be able to use rubber PMs later on, which will be a great boon for us, and we'll embargo them. Something like this. Hopefully this episode we actually managed to pass them as the #1 great power. And we'll do it as Iberia, I hope. Now, we do have to... I suppose we could take a bit of an unpause, but the first thing we're going to actually do before that is we're going to go to our handy-dandy button that appeared in 1.2.1, which is the patch we're playing on, and we're going to swap over all of the PMs of the places we just got to the latest and greatest PMs. And this button is fantastic. Oop, I assume Cape Verde. Let's just take a look. I guess we'll swap this over. Oh, did we integrate the Philippines too with that? That is interesting. I'm not sure why we integrated Philippines with that. Why did that integrate the Philippines? Okay, it integrated the Philippines too, which is, I'm not sure why exactly. But it's interesting. Did it also integrate this? No, it didn't integrate Cuba, but that's good to know that you integrate the Philippines. Okay, let's take an unpause and be off on our way. Now, oh, we do need to declare war. I don't think we have a lot of infamy. Yeah, we have 2, so we can declare a high infamy war. I think that these guys, for the most part... Ooh, we can annex these guys, which will be relatively high. 5 infamy is pretty high, and notably, we won't have to cross swords with the UK on this, because they do not have an interest in this central... They do not have an interest in this region, so it'll just be us versus Kiva, or us versus Kiva and Russia, which we are more than happy to fight. But we want to keep declaring wars, because we have an alliance... Oh, we don't have an alliance with France anymore. I forgot about that. France had a big revolution. They're now a new France, which we don't have an alliance with. We have a trade agreement with, but now we don't have the alliance we had set up before. I believe we will also incorporate all this over here. Yeah. Incorporate everything. Get some rubber rushes. I think we will take... the public transit throughput. And I think we will probably actually need to delete some barracks here. Certainly some conscription centers. We want to wind down to not so good PMs, because we don't want to be paying for them, because we haven't been mobilizing them. Although maybe that's a mistake on our part. Let's get rid of them in Baghdad. Mosul. If we just... Why is it scrolling up now? Did they repatch it? Terrible. Where's Luzon? Yeah, so we'll get rid of this in Luzon. If it was on Iberia, we would not have gotten rid of it. Like, I think this is on Iberia. If I'm not mistaken. Alejandro, Estremana, Beria. Alejandro. I think I'm pronouncing that right. Visayas, we will delete. North Angola, definitely delete. Mozambique, delete. Beria, we will keep. Actually, we'll wind it up to 5. We'll wind this up to 5, because I like multiples of 5, and we'll wind this up to 5. There we go, perfect. And they're all in Iberia. So we've gotten a little bit more strength here. We will incorporate them, and then they will add to our tax base. I suppose it's criminal to be at 290 exactly. So we will add another 5 to Beria, and there. Increase employment there a little bit. And I think that we might want to also incorporate the Philippines, because I think they're just a 5-year incorporation. No, it's 20 years. Also 20 years. Okay, so we will not be incorporating them anytime soon. They also have a lot of resources here. A lot of iron, which is nice. Persia would not be swayed against us. We can protect her, these boyos. Let's do it. They are no longer defending the borders, are they? Yeah, Betty. Let's go, baby. Which, of course, now we will not need to bankroll them anymore. And we can start damaging relations. So we can incorporate them. Let's take a look. We don't have an obligation with Ukraine, so we can't pull them in. We have an obligation with Manchuria, but they are defending the borders, of course. Dainam is we have a truce with, and they're defending the borders. They are defending the borders. Xi'an is defending the borders, so we will just keep on keeping on. But I think that let's take a look and try and see some other big powers that we maybe want to protectorate over time. We're looking for people who are not great powers. So Italy comes to mind, that we can protectorate and then puppet. Also Scandinavia. So maybe we want to bankroll these boyos. They will take a trade agreement. That is a really expensive bankroll though. So let's just take a trade agreement with them. And improve relations with them, and maybe we can get them into our market. And let's end the rivalry with them. And improve relations. And look to maybe pull these guys into our market, because they are the biggest players that are not in our market. And Italy accepts the trade agreement. Huzzah! We assigned a guy to that front, so we should be fine unless Russia joins. We have like 1,500-ish construction. Construction is a bit... Ooh, this is going up. So this means if our investment pool is growing, in order to make better use of it, we either have to expand construction or get better construction tech. But I think we're pretty far from arc welding, right? Yeah. We're suddenly making a bunch of money? That doesn't seem right. Okay, the investment pool is finally draining. We had a bunch of government buildings, so this is fine. We'll just chill where we're at. We don't need to expand construction. Although we do need to add more stuff to our queue. Let's probably try and expand a little bit here. These areas. We'll make you prioritize tools. And you can prioritize glass. I don't think any of these get special bonuses, if I recall correctly. I do. For Portugal, doesn't get any special bonuses. And we'll just make some coal for you. You don't have any resources, no resources. And we'll do this, and this. Eventually, we will set all of those to auto-expand somewhere, sometime. So that'll be nice. We are trying to enact proportional taxation, but we're going to have trouble getting it through. 7.6%, very likely to just come off of it, go back onto it, come off of it, go back onto it. But this is fine. Cochin does declare neutrality. Public address goes awry. Yeah, so we'll just eat the negative enactment chance, and we'll come off this. We could go for graduated taxation, which I think they've made a big adjustment to. So let's do this, and we'll just oscillate back and forth. This will make the trade unionists pretty mad at us. So we will lose their bonus, but we will keep the bonus of... Sorry, it'll make the industrialists mad at us, but we get to keep the bonus of the trade unionists, which is more important. We could decrease taxes 2 notches to become more legitimate, but I think we're fine on this. We're gonna annex Cuba. Oil's the future, dog. Wow, double trouble. Oop, we can turn on the combustion engine thing. Let's just quickly cruise through our PMs and make sure they're all doing what's best. I don't know which ones are off. Otherwise, I would use the new tool. Yeah. Harvesting tools, definitely not it yet. Although we could make him... So one thing about switching to steam-powered threshing machines is since it would make our stuff less profitable, the auto queue would build less of these things. I actually don't mind that. So it's going to make all these buildings less profitable, but it will decrease the price of labor overall. Automatic irrigation, publicly traded, automatic irrigation, publicly traded. So we're intentionally kneecapping the grain industries so that our auto queue builds less grain. That's the idea. I don't think we want to be on chainsaws. Get a native uprising, that's fine. Also, since we haven't had the alliance with France, or because we don't have the alliance with France, maybe Great Britain's going to be less likely to always join against us, but I don't think this is the case. I think they're probably just keen on fighting us some more, and this is kind of why we're researching Trench right now and trying to avoid a fight with them at this current juncture. After we get Trench, and once we're like researching the landing craft, we might try again. The problem is they're going to have Trench. Trench is really good on defense, and the new metagame seems to be take what you can and then stall out the war. And so that's what we did over here. We took Heroland, and then we just stalled until they capitulated, because they have a greater casualties for us because they raise more troops than us by like double. We have to kill 2 men for every one of theirs in order to avoid decaying faster, and we just can't do it. Especially if they're on Trench, and I think they will get Trench relatively soon, so this is the situation. If we manage to not fight them for 5 years, which is crazy, I know, then we can declare for this, which I think we want to do. We are making money now. Well, this is minus 200k, so I guess we'll stay kind of where we're at in regards to construction. This is pushing through. We are trying to get stuff to swap over. We need more engines in general. So let's see where we have motor industries that are high level. And let's try and increase them a bit. So it looks like Eastern and Western Andalusia both are in incorporated territories. So we'll just add a big smattering there. And a railway on top. Railway here. Railway is already getting built there. Papua uprises against us. No. Bad Papua. Looks like we're going to get the lion's share of Papua here. But everyone's kind of rushing it a little bit too. Speaking of, let's see about establishing colonies. Let's increase the speed a little bit. We will need to decrease the speed if we get into like kind of a tense war situation with them. We could also declare on, oh, they're not allied with the UK anymore. Interesting. Huh. Developments abound. I think that I wouldn't hate having a defensive pact with them, but we'll just be content with our trade agreement for now. I guess we'll mobilize another guy, because the fronts are splitting. We don't want to get weirdly enforced on somewhere in the mountains. We probably want to delete some of the government admins out here because we're not incorporating this territory. We're floating a little bit extra, although we probably want to expand them right here. And do the skyscraper survey maybe if we can. It's nice to have level 51 in the capital, even though you don't need it, because you get the economies of scale throughput bonus, and then eventually you get the bonus, the throughput bonus off the skyscraper. Well, in theory, I think we could move our capital over here. Forget if this place has more arable land. No, it doesn't. Castile has the most. Let's check cultures. We're just looking to see if people are converting cultures to us. It doesn't look like it. War broke out with Papua. Hopefully they'll handedly push them. Here. Nice. Get some resources discovered in Borneo. I think we'll go through now and make sure everything's auto-expanding. Which we had kind of set up a little bit more of that earlier. We get steam turbine. I think we're going to turn it on and then turn on some more PMs that require electricity. So let's find the PMs. Let's turn you on. And then, if I'm not mistaken, we can turn on electric fences comfortably, and we should be able to... Yikes. Where did you come from? Alright. We will go into Kiva and swap their PMs over with our handy dandy button. And then all of our buildings will look nice. And they won't all be different. Yay. Build a couple more steam donkeys, or start using steam donkeys. We will use as much rail transport as we can. This is bugged. I keep forgetting it's bugged. No matter what you do, the fishing station does not let you choose the thing. We will delete the barracks. And we will probably try and turn on electric railways in a couple spots. We will take the malice, and then we'll come off of this, and then switch to the other tax method. Do a promotion, sure. And then let's come in here. And so we wanted to actually go electric railways. But I don't think we could turn it on yet for everything, because I think we will need more electricity. Well, actually, let's see how much it costs. I think it costs quite a bit. It'll cost 3k more electricity. Let's check our sell orders of electricity. Oh yeah, we can support that. Let's do it. Ukraine wants to join the customs union. Perfect. Metropolitan Railway is completed. This is such a big event because it gives you 100% building railway throughput in your capital. We will take the Loyalist bump in the capital, and now we can build super tall in the capital, and we don't have to worry about infrastructure really as a limiting factor. I feel like we should be getting more. Yeah, there we go. There's the 1k. I don't think we'll downsize the rails. We could. This is normally what you have to do, but we'll just leave it as is for now. And instead, try and increase the economies of scale throughput bonus on some of these. Just because, well, because we can without needing to worry about infrastructure, and this will encourage migration to the capital. Alright, rubber rush, you're telling me. Yeah, in a hurry? Get some rubber. We occupy over there. They should capitulate soon. So, expansion is going good. Let's take a look at all of our bankrolls and see who we can protectorate. They're defending the borders in Ukraine. They're defending the borders here. Yeah. You, defending the borders, I'm sure. You, defending the borders, I'm sure. You, defending the borders, I imagine. Alright. I didn't even read those as well as I should have. We are damaging relations with Mexico. I think we have a truce with them. We're damaging relations with Cochin. Oh, we can't start a war because we're already involved in a conflict. That makes sense. Never mind. I take it all back. We can maybe pay these guys more for extra authority so we don't run that malice. And this will make the pops spend more money and be happier, generally speaking. Help drive up standard of living a little bit. And we can afford to deficit spend this. The dream. Huh. Living the dream. We gotta get this SOL up to 20. We're finally fully employed in the capital, though. Haven't been for some time. Migration's been a huge part of that. I think that we still have really high migration attraction. I don't think we're overcrowded yet. Let's take a look. We might be overcrowded. So we're getting 25%. Is the 25% from Great Power a new modifier? I think that is new. We're also getting the propagandists. And we enforce on them. So now we can declare wars. So we're going to take a quick look at the people we're damaging relations with. And we see Mexico. We can puppet. We can dominion them for 21 infamy. Can we afford that right now? Not quite yet, but we can wait a little bit and then afford it. We're also damaging relations with Cochin. Well, let's just wait a little bit and try and go for Mexico. We do see that we have some construction that is left unused, I think. Not exactly sure how this thing juggles it. I think it will just, if you're not using some, I don't think our auto queue is kicked in, and I don't think our auto queue is kicked in because it just is flowing over the construction into the automated stuff, which makes it a lot harder to accidentally be, like, have an empty construction queue, which is nice. I think we'll do this, though. And then this. And then go in here. Go to the decisions and survey skyscraper site. And then let's see, we have 4.2 infamy, and dominioning them would incur us 21 points. So we got a decay, like 0.5-ish. Of course, we will almost certainly have to fight the UK again, as we always do. So we have to think to ourselves, can we enforce on Mexico if we're fighting the UK? And I really don't know the answer to that question. We'll swap over the PMs, as you do. The move 'em pitcher. We will, more than happy to juice up the trade unionists and make them happy. They're not very happy with us right now. They're about to be super happy as we try and... Nope, as we go to proportional taxation, maybe. So, can we dominion you? We will have to fight Great Britain. We no longer have France as an ally, which actually is very definitely something we should be cognizant of. We can defensive pact with them if we had an obligation available. So maybe we just hold off on that and instead Dominion Cochin here. And they'll make short work of them. Making a ton of money right now. Is it because our construction queue is not filled? This thing is not as transparent as I'd like. This is a crime, though, not having this on 51. Just gonna up this. Up this. Up this. Up this. Mainly trying to push economies of scale throughput bonuses and trying to see that each one of these territories has an industry that's 51. Looks like that does fill out our queue and does make it so we're losing money, so it's kind of what we want, I guess. We can now swap over to Trench. So let's do it. Now we're involved in a war, but really, even with the primary equipment adjustment of minus 80%, we should be able to enforce on them. It'll just be a little bit more bloody. But this way, we are set up for if we have to fight the UK. So now I feel much more comfortable about that prospect. We're still the #2 great power. Behind them, quite a bit behind them, but their GDP, it's stagnating. Ours is, our line is straight up, and theirs is that. Which is, you know, a thing, I guess. It's, of course, bugged, by the way, in case that wasn't clear. We will be researching tech a lot faster as well as we finish this up. I think, what's our innovation cap? Maximum of 150-45. And then... that's how much we're generating. Of course, its extra is still good because it overflows into your tech spread. So this makes going ahead of time a little bit better. Yeah, we'll do that, I guess. Oil's the future, my friends. Hemorrhaging a little bit of money, but this is fine. Or it's not even, hemorrhaging is not even the right word. We just will be keen on getting this economies of scale throughput bonus maxed out on the government admins. So we're just going to come in there and do that. We would kind of want to switch to elected bureaucrats. That will be a little bit difficult if we don't get a Republican. And of course we do have the full radicalist block here, so kind of stuck with that for a while. If we get a bad ticket proportional, we'll just immediately swap off of it. We, of course, should have put war reps on Cochin to make it more likely that they back down, but this war should be pretty comfortable either way. We get war in the mud. I'm more than happy to take the tech here. Landcraft's going to be a big one. I suppose we might need to research it until we know we're going to need... Well, we're going to go for Mexico next, I think. And I think that UK is going to join, and then Landcraft will be very, very good to have. Because then we can... I think we could actually bust up the UK. Or maybe that's a thing for next episode. Maybe we just don't do that. I don't know. North German Federation. We have poor relations. Maybe we should improve them. Look for some more friends. They are importing, let's take a look. Why do we have 0 sell orders of cars? Oh, shoot. Shoot. We had like a level 8 car place somewhere. Well, why don't we actually just make this cars, because we know that the capital being different is fine. And then this should employ, because cars are so expensive. We actually would like to have it someplace not here, though. Let's get this off of cars. Let's, hilarious. Was producing the cars before. We'll put them on auto expand as they need to. The most dangerous game. Barbaric. Who's gonna die? Louis Van Wyck. Who's our Intelligentsia leader? Our new guy, Market Liberal. Cool, I guess. ish. Makes us much less coherent government, which is kind of a bit unfortunate. Did we get a tick here? Temporary embarrassment. Yeah, so we're gonna come off of this. And we will try and do graduated taxation now. Which I think that, if I'm not mistaken, the Intelligentsia hate. No, it's not them who hate it. We would love to bolster the trade unions. I suppose we could do this if we just get rid of some of the consumption taxes, and let's just do that. We'll do this, we'll do that. We'll bolster, and then we'll decrease the taxes back down. Could maybe decrease this as well. Don't mind paying them a little bit more, though. Morale recovery. Uzbek uprising is not what we had in mind. We get an obligation from Ukraine. I think you're defending the borders, though, so... Yeah, can't puppet them, or protectorate them, rather. Cool. Wait, what happened? Okay, they just haven't changed colors yet. We do have the uprising. Can we declare war? Oh wait, we are the target of a war. Let's take a look here at this. They want to return Arizona and humiliate us. Well, and Mexico's on our side naturally. So I think we have both these guys over here, right? And also the 51 stack. We'll put the 35 guy somewhere else. Yep. Somewhere down here. And then what do we want to take off the USA other than war reps? Oh, we can't take war reps? That's interesting. We could conquer states, maybe. It's really cheap to conquer some of these. I think we want to release countries if we do anything. I don't think we have interests where we need them. So can't release everyone. We can release New Africa and ask for this back. They started this play. They're worried. So how much would it be, infamy, for American Buenos Aires? It's 5 infamy is not nothing. I think we'd rather kneecap you a little bit. Liberate some of these countries, like California. Liberate Argentina is funny because we could just take that real quick. Liberate California. Probably liberate New Africa as well. Which we can slowly try and deny them coastline. Which is a really good way to force them out of being a great power. Because when you lose coastline, you lose access to, you lose boats, and boats are a huge part of like power projection. So let's expand construction a little bit, I think. Let's do it. There. Iberia is already building a railway, so that's fine. Great Britain declares neutrality with the United States situation. Uzbek uprising. Unfortunately, we don't get there in time, so we're gonna get wrecked for a couple days and then push them back. Hopefully they don't get another push. They do get another push. That's good. And now we're on the front. We will Could be a little late to this front, too. Wait, why did our guys get unassigned? Wait, what? Alright, we gotta recruit an admiral. Let's first check this guy. He's not terrible to promote, but we probably want someone a little bit better. This guy seems pretty good. He doesn't have convoy raider, but we'll take him up. And then we'll promote him all the way. He's also a royalist, so that's kind of annoying, but... And then we'll use him to land on the capital with, I think Lorenzo is not the guy we land with. We land with Stanislao. Stanislao? That doesn't sound correct. So a little late on this front. I think that'll be fine for us. A little late on this front. Also, I think it'll be fine. And, ah, yes. Taste it. Let's take a screen. Let's take a screen without North, whatever C in there. Yeah. You get what you deserve, Great Britain. It's a shame we're involved in wars right now, because we would love to... I didn't even see the play, too. That was probably a mistake on my part, because we could join on the side of revolutionary Great Britain. But we could, we'll probably declare war on Great Britain if we get out of this war fast enough. So maybe getting a max enforcement is not what we are necessarily looking for. This is a little wild in terms of the fronts, what they look like. They just have a 2-stack, and they're giving us problems because the fronts are splitting weird. We should be able to push them back through here, though. And through here now that we've arrived. Although perhaps we should just stay on defense there, and then look to push the capital, as possible. This is very annoying over here. I think we need another general. This guy actually seems pretty good. I was kind of tempted on getting an industrialist boyo, but it seems that they're way more rural folk now as well. Ooh, why did our queue empty, or is it not empty? Okay, so it does look like it'll all spill over into the private construction. But is any of this taking just an insane amount? Like the Arts Academy in Libya is taking a lot more than it should. The bananas here are... These sulfur mines there are. The silk plantations here are taking... I'm looking at this little construction number, which is like a strong indicator of... Interesting. So it looks like auto construction will not kick in until... You've built out all this auto stuff here, which is fascinating. Tools are kind of always good. $37, $47, $51. There we go. Got a lot of stuff in the queue now. Guess we didn't need to do that. This naval landing should be successful. Oh, we get in there, baby. And then we get unassigned from the front, which is as it goes sometimes. But we should push here real quick. And this will make the United States want to give up pretty quick. But not as quick as before patch 1.2.1. We're just getting the 1, but we have to win battles here, so... Hopefully winning some of these battles. Despite not fully being... We still are suffering a little bit of malice from the swap to this. We're kind of... Yeah. Come off it, and then we'll chill. Maybe we can put down this uprising one day. Yeah, the United States got a little bit of a push, but I think they're going to have a hard time. This is not good for us. Well, we have a lot of offense. Maybe we win this? Probably not. Interesting. Just clearly having a good time over here. Yeah, way more offense. They are not using the best of PMs. So hopefully we get an enforcement on them. Now we will come in and we will go over here and we'll use the decree, sorry, the state action, reset the PMs. Because they of course swap them all over. We'll get rid of that too. Now, it's possible we want to try and peace out really quick here. And it looks like they really want peace. War reps is available through capitulation. Liberate California is available through capitulation. Liberate New Africa available through capitulation. So do you just take everything? No, you won't liberate everything. But it seems like you recognize that the writing's on the wall here. Which is interesting. We'll try and land with our 50 stack in New York, maybe? We're gonna be down in Florida. We'll move this guy over here, and this guy over here. I think we're just gonna keep getting ground pretty quick here, and their war exhaustion is really gonna, like, pop off. Let's see how much this takes by. Yeah, 5 in 1 week. That's the stuff. Oh, unfortunately, I think we have a truce with them still. Yeah, we do have a truce, so we can't even declare war on them, even if we wanted to. A little bit annoying. Could we declare war on one of their subjects? Probably not. Do they have an alliance? They do with Russia, so we can declare war on Russia. We don't exactly, like, want to fight Russia for no reason, though. I guess we can fight them over this province, huh? Ethiopian obligation expired, but I think we're damaging relations with them at this point. Because they went and re-isolated themselves. Looks like we're about to push them out here. And do you recognize that this is the end? Just about. Next Monday. Yeah. And you liberate California and New Africa here. Texas is probably going to be next. Let's bankroll these two. Because I imagine, let's see how much Dominioning costs. Yeah, that's a lot. Let's see how much Dominioning you costs. That's not too bad. So maybe we damage relations with them and look to just Dominion California and look to Diplo integrate New Africa. Now, unfortunately, we can't just start a war. Because we have a truce till 87 of September. So we probably have time for one little war, if we can get a little war. And we have a decent amount of infamy to work with. So we could integrate Bukhara. Who else are we damaging relations with? We're damaging relations with Caucand. This is unnecessary. Damaging relations with Mexico. This is what we wanted to do. We could dominion them. So let's do that. And also, in here, ask for war reparations, which makes it more likely that they back down, I think. They, of course, ask for independence. This is fine. Now we gotta add a little bit to the construction queue. And I think I know just what to add to the construction queue. We'll put a couple of these at the back, and now they're all at 9. And then, of course, railways are needed. And then, do we have insufficient tax capacity anywhere? We do in a couple places. Government administration there. Up it there. Up it there. Once we finish the skyscraper survey, we will be able to do the Panama Canal survey. And then, let's see, what else can we do? Oh, we've passed Great Britain as the #1 power, but this is kind of just on the back of them revving. But, we do become the #1 power here. What else should we build? Let's actually just take a look here. Let's go to food industries and see where the closest to 51 is, and we'll get it a little bit closer. Go to furniture, we're already 51ing something. We'll try and 51 here. I think Galicia will expand this. Textile mills, we have a few 51s, we'll just leave the rest. Same with this. Castile with Navarra is the next closest. Western Andalusia is the closest. We're just trying to push economies of scale throughput bonuses in some spots. We'll just 51 Navarra. So I think we have quite a lot in Navarra. And I guess we'll expand in Melilla? Where that is. Is this incorporated territory? It's not. But you're gonna need some serious railways up in here. These dark satanic mills, you're telling me. Alright, rural folk are dissatisfied with the inclusion of the Industrialists in the Iberian government. Well, we don't want to take the authority hit. We'll make the Industrialists unhappy. Because the rural folk, we would lose a bonus if we did that. Although, I think that means we are going to piss off the Industrialists when we continue to go for, you know, proportional and graduated tax. Which activates solidarity of the trade unionist. Eventually we'll get a lucky tick, right? And that tech might not be as important anymore, but I guess nice to have it. Let's come back this way. Maybe go phones. We want to raise standard of living, though. If we want to raise standard of living, because that's how we're going to get the achievement, what's the best way to do it? War. No, plastics is maybe okay. We want this at some point. Telephones is probably also fine. So we'll continue on our way. We're gonna pause, see if anyone's joined Mexico. Nobody has. They're fearful. Good chance that they, oh, we forgot to ask for war reps. Oh wait, no we didn't. So decent chance that they just back down. We just get a nice, comfortable dominion on them. We're going to declare neutrality in that. Annex Tidor. Well, we would want Tidor to actually be independent, so we're going to lean this way. Mexico backs down, yielding to us. And now we have quite, yeah, so we have quite a bit of infamy decay. I think I like just annexing Bahrain here. Just gives us a tiny, tiny bit of infamy. And I mean, if the UK wants to join, they can. Oh, I guess we shouldn't have done this because we are like just a month over here. We're gonna actually load. We're like a month away from being able to declare on the UK. And then we could really put the nail in their coffin. Oh, forever to load the game. We don't want to go for Bahrain. We want to just, like, go for opening the UK's market and then releasing people from them, basically, I think is the one. So let's take a look. They're going to back down soon. We have a ton of infamy, so we don't have to do any high infamy plays. But we might actually take Gibraltar here. Get New African Trade Agreement. Which is, of course, very nice for us. Mexico backs down. And now we just wait a month. Hey, 1776. We can invite you to the customs union if we give you an obligation, it looks like. But I don't want you to be... Yeah, I just want to keep it like this. Mexico, of course, does join the fold. Let's make sure we maximize our interest everywhere. Yeah, we have enough for everywhere, I think. We'll expand the Navy just a little. And they peace out. But September. Wait, was that 88? No, it's 87. So we have like 8 more months till a war. Maybe we should just take Bahrain. Especially because they're not revving anymore, it looks like. Ooh, we actually wanted to get involved in this, though. No, wait, not this. The Tidor one. Where did that happen? No? I guess they didn't start that play? Huh. I guess Annex Bahrain is okay now. It's just one infamy. Maybe we get it done in time to fight the UK. Maybe the UK joins against us. Who knows? These guys should be more than enough. France is going towards Eastern Sahara. I think that we can't really do anything about that. That's our play. This is Indochina. We'll declare neutrality on that. Getting a little bit closer to proportional taxation. The trade unions are coming up. This is probably on the back of us bolstering them a little bit, yes. But probably a large part of it is also on the back of the standard of living continuing to increase. So, Great Britain sides never fails to disappoint. Okay, so we are going to add some war goals on Great Britain, but probably not fight this war. At least not this session. Okay, I think we're going to be able to land them now. But, we're going to increase the size of our military as well. Going into this. That should be a good amount. What is this, 70 more units? And then maybe we'll have this guy down here. I think we are going to want to push here first. I'll mobilize this guy and send him to the front there instead. We're going to leave the 17 stack there just in case the other guy doesn't arrive in time, but I think he does. We'll put the 50 stack over here. And the 33 put over here. So he'll clean that up. Setting up the pieces here. 4 to set, the pieces are moving. Declare neutrality there, we'll declare neutrality here. Now, how likely are you to back down? I think we can... Alright, let's go liberate. Don't think we want to liberate Scotland. We want to liberate subject. Specifically, we know we want to liberate the British Raj and Canada. And also Baroda. And then we want war reparations. I guess transfer trucial states is really cheap. But they're just a protectorate. Kinda tempted to liberate trucial states, but probably better to liberate Scotland, right? And maybe they back down, but maybe they don't. Our truce is almost over with them. But I think I'm going to call it an episode here. We will fight this fight next episode. This episode, we've both formed Iberia, and we became the #1 great power, surpassing Great Britain. Great Britain had a little bit of a revolution here. They've been kind of stuck, stalled out. You can't really... Well, their GDP chart doesn't say anything useful, obviously. But they've been kind of stuck at around 230, 240 million for forever. They just finished Rev, so I imagine they recover and rebound to that pretty quick. But we have just flown past them. We have more prestige now. And so we are going to, you know, we have supplanted them. And now, this next episode, we're going to finally kneecap them. I guess we could have tried to take Gibraltar or something like this. But I think that after this next episode, they're going to be, you know, they will lose access to basically all of this because... Okay, Burma is actually probably a subject of the British Raj anyways, but by releasing Baroda and the British Raj, you know, all these places will lose market access to Great Britain. Canada is a huge subject, so Great Britain will be left with basically just Australia and Cape Town, and then they're also going to lose all of Scotland up here. So we are hopefully going to be able to do that. Before or during next episode. We've got landing craft, we've got trench infantry. They probably have trench infantry too, so this might be a weird slogfest. I'm not sure how doable this is. They're not on trench, actually. They're not on trench. Okay, so we probably just clap them here. Anyways, hope you enjoyed. Feel free to like, comment, subscribe, and stay tuned for the clapping of the UK next episode. Bye-bye.